Hi, welcome to Kitty Witty Papercraft. I'm Amy, and in this video I am going to share with you these 4 little mini junk journals that I have ready to go in my Etsy shop. So I did a YouTube video last week showing Little Fox, and I've actually made a couple changes since then, and I just wanted to kind of share what these are like inside. They're all very similar, so I will probably just walk through one of these and talk about what's inside, and then just do a quick flip through of each of them so you can see the different pages inside, because obviously there's a lot of vintage in here, so each one has different things in it even though they're kind of set up the same way. So I'm using McNally Junior Elf books for these journals, and I started using these about a year ago, and I knew that I wanted to turn these books into junk journals, just like the little golden book covers that I use, because I love the illustrations on the Junior Elf books. There's just a real sweetness, and they're very kitschy for the most part. Most of the illustrations on the Junior Elf books are very what I call kitschy, and more so than little golden books. So they really have a special place in my heart, because that is my really favorite kind of vintage. So I started actually making these, and I think I shared this in the other video. If you saw it already, I apologize if I'm repeating myself. But I started using these as a pocket traveler's notebook. So I created some fabric ties for the inside, kind of like as a replacement for elastics that you see in pocket traveler's notebooks or any traveler's notebook. And then you could add inserts to them. But I find that I think what people really love are all the vintage pages and ephemera. So I kind of went back to the drawing board with these books, and I decided to make these into binder ring style journals instead of sewing them. Because they're small, I don't really like the way they looked with a spine added to them, like the little golden books. I don't know, it's just a personal preference on that. So anyway, this is why I decided to just kind of go with the binder rings, and these are fun. The binder rings, probably the most appealing thing about them is that they allow you to remove the pages and move them around, and you can add new pages as you kind of grow with your journal. You can always take used ones out and put brand new pages in. So these really can be used for a very long time. And the other thing that's nice about this size is because it's small, it's very portable. So this is a great size to throw in your bag and just kind of take it with you on the go. So, so I've taken the covers and I added a little bit of fabric on the edges of each of the covers just to kind of finish that cut edge. So you can see that there. And I know I mentioned on the Little Fox that I've left the binder holes plain. I was going to maybe add eyelets or reinforcers or something there, and I actually thought that drew more attention to the holes. So I have left them plain, and I really think that looks, I like the way that looks without drawing attention to the holes there and taking away from the artwork on the cover. So all of these have a little fabric bow on the side tied to the top binder ring, and this chevron ribbon tied on it also, and then a little charm that is a wrapped candy. It looks like a wrapped candy. So each of them have a different little candy on them along with the bows. And the insides of these journals, even though these journals are small, they're 4.5 inches wide by 6.5 inches tall. I put a lot of pages in them. So there are 62 pages front and back. So there's lots of room to journal and memory keep, add photos, however you like to use your journals. Even though they're small, they have a lot of space in them. So, and lots of ephemera and vintage pages too. So let me go ahead and flip through this one here and show you what you can expect inside of these. So they all start with a vintage seed packet, and I put a little kitschy character inside each of these pockets. I love these seed packets for pockets. They work great for that. Or you could add some like little folded papers inside and do your journaling and kind of have a little secret place in there. So there's going to be vintage, like that postcard. There's scrapbook paper. This is vintage ledger paper. They each have a bingo card that's a chipboard bingo card, and I did a chenille pocket on the back of each of those. And then there's some different ephemera in the pockets for you. And this is something new that I just recently got, and I actually changed that out from this little fox book. He had a glassine bag in him, but I've gotten these glassine envelopes that I really love. These are vintage, and they have a really nice patina. I love this color. And they have this little thumb cut out, so it makes it really easy to get your pieces out. And I like this because you can not only see your ephemera if you want to use these pockets to store ephemera, but you could also you know, take out the ephemera and or use a journaling card or something and decorate your journaling card or your ephemera and just kind of make it another page in your book is what I'm trying to say. And then you could put that one here, and then on the back side you could also slip in like a journaling card or like a guest check like this. Do your journaling on it, decorate it, and then add one to each side of the pocket, and then you have like a whole nother page in here, and you can still see your journaling because of the translucency of this pocket. So I really love these. So they each have one of those. Vintage tickets. All the books include some pages from the original book, and I've reinforced it with washi tape, and then I added baby pom-pom trim to all of these books. So there's vintage labels and pages from different vintage books and some pretty pattern paper. This envelope with a window has a library card and then a printed library card with these cute little graphics on it and a button card. All great for journaling on. Get it in there. And a library card pocket that you can add things to, and I just have a little map scrap which would make a nice background to a page, and then these little retail tickets. You can add string to the holes if you punch the holes out, and they just pop right out. Guest checks are great for journaling on. I think I shared this in the last video. If you saw that in the Little Fox video, I added this doily that I left whole, and I love these square, or the actually rectangle doilies, because they have these little square spots, and they are just the right size if you use like small pictures in your journals. You can add the pictures to that spot, or you could of course journal on those areas. All the books have vintage flashcards in them. This cute little girl, little journaling card. This hymnal page I also left whole, so you can close up the sides and turn it into a pocket, or just use it as like backgrounds for photos, or you know, whatever you want to add on top if you want to journal on those pages. They all have one of these vintage postcards with this cute little image in the corner, and then lots of space available to journal on. And there's a vintage milk cap in every book. And these little storybook doll card replicas. I got this on Etsy. It's a printable, and you can open it up, and lots of journaling space in there, obviously. And it's really cute because it's got a front and a back. So I thought that was really sweet. An index card. This is a pocket that I made from the directions in a sewing pattern, one of the direction booklets. And I have a little tag in there for you to journal on. Another flash card, library card. It's printed doily. And there's little tabs on the edges of some of the pages. There's some tickets, and like I said, that milk cap, and there's another little piece of chenille. I love using chenille. And a time card. So yeah, 62 pages front and back. And this is Little Tiger. And I will just really quickly flip through these others. I did show Little Fox the other day, but I did change out a couple of things. So yeah, they each have different bingo cards. There's a Rolodex card there. They have different pockets. There's that glassine envelope. Yeah, these are fun. You can add all different sizes of ephemera. You can see the 3 journaling cards through the window there. Yeah, so you can just keep adding to this, and it will hold quite a bit before it gets too chunky. And if you really want this to get really even more chunky, you can add bigger binder rings. These are 1-inch binder rings, and this holds, like I said, 62 pages, counting front and back. So if you want to add even more, you could always switch out the binder rings to a bigger size and you know, add even more to this if you want. So there's a lot of flexibility with this style of journal. So I really love that aspect of it. And this is nice. This card has lines on the front and back. I'll put that back in a minute. Illustrations are so sweet and they're so bright still. I really love these books. That's Little Fox. And then Little Red Hen. I love this cover. This is one of my favorites. And all of the inside book covers always have these really cute little illustrations from the book right on them. So they're already decorated. I love that. And this one has these little guys. I think I forgot to show the one in Little Fox. Not that it matters too much, I guess, but I was going to show which character I have in there. Oh, I haven't added the character to this one yet, so I'm going to add a character to that one inside your seed packet pocket there. The papers in all 4 of these books are Maggie Holmes papers from different collections. And journaling card. And they all have a page out of a field guide, a flower field guide. I love these cute little illustrations from this book. So I want to just kind of flip through so you can see what the different scrapbook papers are, and what the different vintage pages are. Let me know if you have any questions about these. I'm going to have all 4 of these in my shop tomorrow night, Friday. Let's see, Friday is the 19th, I'm sorry. This has another one of those tags. So yeah, Friday, July 19th. All 4 of these will be in my Etsy shop at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I'm also going to have 9 inserts. So I have some basic inserts that I've been making and putting in my shop. So those are just Traveler's Notebook standard wide inserts. I will have 9 of those and these 4 journals, and I'm hoping I will be finished 3 kitty dories. I'm actually working on finishing those up today and tomorrow, and I'm planning to have a flip through of the kitty dories, which are my sewing pattern envelope journals, tomorrow, Friday, on my YouTube channel. So I'm trying to finish those up today. And those will be in my shop also. I love the little illustrations in this book. They are so sweet. This is actually the last page, but really cute. So this seed packet has a little bear, a kitschy bear in it. And that is from Maggie Holmes' Carousel collection. These envelopes are nice. I like how they have a little window. You can always add like decorative scrapbook paper in here, like almost as a background, and you know, do something else on top of it, like some journaling, and then you can see all of that through the window. Or of course, you can just store ephemera in there and kind of see what you have. And this little pocket can be decorated. I love little library pockets for that. So each one of these has one of these storybook doll card printables in it. And of course, that. They all have one of these doilies from Little Bindi, Johanna Klaff's Etsy shop. So that is the 4 mini junk journals that I will have in my Etsy shop tomorrow night, Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you so much for watching. And like I said, if you have any questions, let me know in the description box below, and I will talk to you guys hopefully tomorrow. See you soon. Bye.